Hello, you are welcome again to our series on SPSS intermediate. Well, it's called intermediate because you are no longer a beginner. As long as you've taken the first lesson, the 101, you are no longer a beginner. So here is the movie for the first lesson. You should have them all. Now, okay, let me get the PowerPoint. So here in the last video we treated SPSS interface and data entry, like manual data entry. Right. I hope you were able to practice. So those are the ones we've treated. Let me make it red because it's treated. Alright. So in this video we'll be looking at entry questionnaires. How do we enter questionnaires? How do we code questionnaires into SPSS file? So I have some notes here. You can read them up. So let's go straight to business of the day. All right. So um, in your file, we have sample survey. We have a sketchy, a sketch a survey sketch, all right, it contains every attribute you find in a properly structured survey. All right, I'll do a training on how to make questionnaires for those who are interested. So stay tuned. All right, but not in this course. All right, so this is a questionnaire, and of course, the first section of every questionnaire is always social demographics. You have sex, occupation, age and income. Now, this has been carefully structured in a way that it would cover at least a lot of the variable types. So it won't be monotonous and boring. So here we want to look at we have product orientation, effect or relationship between product orientation, process orientation of employees, technological exposure of employees on their work disposition. All right, this is not it's not a perfect survey. Just had to come up with something real quick. All right. So there are some other principles guiding making questionnaires, but about this class is not about making questionnaires. All right. So let's go straight to business. All right. So now, when I'm entering questionnaires, I like dividing my screen. I have my SPSS here. So I have SPSS and I have the soft copy of the Microsoft Word or PDF or whatever document type the questionnaire is. So it makes it more flexible to fill together. All right, this is not part of the course. It's Jara. Like this, this is not English of Jara, but extra. Yeah. Okay. So now, this is a new SPSS sheet. Remember, in the last video, we talked about variable view, data view. So, a quick recap: variable view is where we structure our table, we put a structure to it, we configure the table, the data that will be entered in data view. Alright, so I'm going to tell SPSS that my first variable here, so every question in your questionnaire is a variable. My first variable here is sex. So, what's the name? Sex. Remember we said that no special characters, no space in between, and it can't start with digits. So preferably just use one word, and most likely, if it's a job I'll be doing, I'll just put V1, which means variable one, just by their numbers. All right. Okay. So should we call it V1? Okay. Let's just leave it as V1. All right. So here, type. Remember the notice in the PowerPoint slide. If you click this little side, you see any SPSS cell that has this small box beside, that means there are more options there. So now, these are variable types, types of variable. It's different from data types. Yeah. Variable types, you have numeric, comma. Numeric is when we are entering numbers. If what we are entering in the data view will be a number, right? We have scientific notation, we have dates. Okay, the most frequently used ones are dates, numeric, yeah, numeric string and dates. Then maybe custom currency if you have to. All right, so then I'll just talk on numeric and string. So, like I said, if what you be entering is in the data view is number, or if they are numbers, then you choose numeric. Example, we have male, female, because we would configure male as 1 and female as 2. So we are entering numbers in our data view. So we leave it as numeric. Now, this is width and decimal here. We also have width and decimal here. I prefer, this makes it easier to make to fill in my widths and decimals here. So because I can't have a decimal sex, I can't have decimal male. You can't be a 1.3 male and another person 0.8 female. So it has to be a rounded figure. So decimal is none for this kind of variable. Alright. Okay, so for width, width is 1. Width is 1 because I'm entering either 1 or I'm entering 2. So 1 is 1 digit, that's 1 width. 2 is still 1 digit, that's 1 width. 9 is, if I have options up to 9, 9 is still 1 width. The width of 9 is 1. I'm not entering 2 digits. When it becomes 10, that is when I can start having 2 as my width because I'm entering 1 and 0. That's 2 widths. I hope you get that. Alright, so as we continue, we'll get more. Alright, so with 1 decimal places 0, you would see here fill up 1 and 0. And okay, yeah, 1 and 0. Alright, so label. Now, because we made this place v1, so it's very, very important to give it a label here. So sex of staff. Alright, because we said this survey was carried out among staffs of a particular company or in a particular industry. So values, how are we coding our variable? Because this is not an open-ended question. Okay, that is a questionnaire thing. I hope you get it. Okay, so this is a question 3 and 4 are open-ended, where the respondents will have to write something themselves. While question 1 is male, female, is close-ended. That means you can't write something aside from the options you have already. You have male, you have female, no other option. Alright, as far as this part of the work is concerned, we have just male and female, we don't have any other. So, 1 for male, alright, 2 for female, and okay. So missing. All right. So sometimes respondents feel that missing. Okay, they feel that some questions are too intimate. You could be having a survey or yeah, asking questions. How many times have you slept with your husband or with your spouse this week? Or how many times do you do it in a week? Some people, mostly religious people, feel offensive, or maybe when age is open-ended. Some people might feel, I don't want this person to know my age. I don't want this person to know my income. I don't want this person to know more about me. So the fear makes them leave some things unfilled, so unattended to. So those are missing values. As much as possible, when you are creating your survey or you're collecting your data, you're trying to avoid missing values. However, if you have missing values, it's important to tell SPSS that whenever I enter 888, okay, so that's my own unique number. Whenever I enter this unique number, uh, I'm telling you, I'm saying that this person didn't select any option or didn't put any response for this question or for this variable. So you can choose your own special your unique number. It could be 999, it could be 777, it could be 555. Well, I use 888. Alright. Okay, so let me stop hitting my keyboard so that it's going to stop making noise in your ears. Help, God help me. Alright. So now select the script missing values. Don't forget to select it. Then but if you are sure that in your survey, maybe it's a secondary data and it's an observation, maybe you're perform an experiment in a lab, and you don't have the missing data, just leave it as no missing data. However, if it's surveys like this, you can do this discrete missing values and say okay. So for the columns, just like I said in the last video, columns only gives us the space, how wide will the column here in data view be. Alright, so because okay, we actually don't need to touch this, so I'm leaving it. Align, I'm also going to leave it. Measure. Alright, so measure is not a scale. Measure talks, there are three types of measure in SPSS. We have the scale. Scale is usually measurements. A measurement. Age is a measurement. Weight is a measurement. Height is a measurement. BMI is a measurement. Income is a measurement. You know, every measurable is a measurement. Blood sugar is a measurement. Most times they are continuous, but you don't have to be continuous all times. We do know. We'll also come back to that later. Ordinal, when you have distinct objects, but one is greater than the other, one is better than the other, then you use ordinal. The third one is nominal data. When in a case where you have types of responses or levels in your variable or factors in your variables, and none of them is bigger than the other. Example, like sex that we are configuring right now. Um, one was assigned to male, two assigned to female. It doesn't mean that female is greater than male. That male came first as one doesn't mean that one male is greater than female. If you are male, you are male. If you are female, you are female. None is greater than any other. Alright. And none comes first. Just the number is just used um, to identify which factor is being described. Alright. So let me explain the factor here. So now, okay, so for this variable, it's nominal because you're either male or female. No. So for the factor, this is sex. So male is a factor, female is a factor. These are the possible options in a question. So male is a factor, female is a factor. Alright, row. We have input targets. Alright, inputs basically describes that tells SPSS this variable is an independent variable, while target tells SPSS this variable is my um, is my dependent variable. Well, just in case of some automated computing. Alright, so I most times for me, sometimes I leave it as inputs, but most times I leave it as both. Alright, okay, so now I'm done with sex. Let me come to data view. If I hover here, so I get all my specifications back. So I have this sign here tells me it's a nominal data. Now I want to go back to variable view. I don't have to come back here all the time. I can just double click on the next or even this one, then it takes me to the variable view. All right. So the second one is V2. All right. So this is what I do because actually filling the rest is much easier now. How many questions do I have there? I have 18 questions. So I'll just do V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. I said no noise. V7, V8, V9, V10. Alright, so in SPSS, those of you who are familiar with Excel, why can't you just drag? Yeah, you can. Sometimes I go to Excel to fill in this autofill and drag it down and come here to paste. Yeah, it's very possible. Uh, but here in SPSS, you just have to put it there manually. Alright, so now here the second question talks about occupation. So I say occupation, right? So I think occupation is not right. I would say position. Alright, let me just leave as occupation. Occupation of staff. Alright. So because it's a categorical variable, once again, I make this zero. It's important to fill. So if you are filling manually this way, you fill decimal before filling your widths. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do reverse way for the next um, variable so you can understand what I'm talking about. Alright, so because we have options here in the occupation, we have students, two, three, four. Four options. Alright, let me minimize this more. Okay, five. Five options. One, two, three, four, five. So I'm going to have to input five value labels here. So value then label. The first label is students. Oh crap. No noise. Two is unemployed. Three is employed. Four, retired. It's important when you are creating your questionnaires to exhaust possible options. As much as possible, avoid open-ended questions because the respondents can be funny. So five, I'm a business owner. Okay. And that will be all. And I say, okay. So here I have my missing value also as 888. And here I have to also be nominal. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to save. You can use the normal QS, I mean Control S to save. So I'm going to call this data entry key for questionnaire. Save. Alright. So okay. So for the third one, age. Age. So now let's think about it. The highest staff we could have would be say 70 years old, maybe the man is 75 years old. But okay, so even the oldest or the eldest at 75 is two digits. So we would come to it. So I'm going to do what I said earlier on here. That instead of filling from decimals that I encouraged, I'm going to fill from here. You would see what SPSS will tell me. So I double clicked to highlight that and override it with 2. So I'm clicking out. Yeah, so especially number of decimal places is too large for the field width. Alright, so I'm going to bring 0 here, 2 here. Alright, so that's the way SPSS is configured. You can't have two figures and have two decimal places. Decimal places are way below your width. Alright, so having age of respondents. Oh no, age of staff. Alright, so because I don't have options here, it's an open-ended question, so I have no values here. Like I'm not putting any value there. Alright, thank you. So measure here will be scale because I'm actually writing down the measurements given to me by the staffs. Alright. So I'll leave the rest that way. Okay. So let me fill others image filter. Then income we could have, so we can leave it as 8 digits. Some people could be collecting as much as that. 8 digits and sorry for yeah, still scale. Alright. Then V5. Okay, so now from here I can just copy from my questionnaire and paste it. 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, so I did Control C from here and I pasted it here. Alright. So now this questionnaire is a Likert scale. SA for strongly agree, A for agree, U for undecided, D for disagree, SD for strongly agree. So it measures how strong is the respondent's belief on each of the statements. All right. So because the SA, we want SA to have the highest mark. So we say 5 is strongly agree, 4 is agree, 3 is undecided, 2 is disagree, 1 strongly disagree. And okay. So we have this. We only need to do it once. That's the good thing. Nominal. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be nominal, it could be ordinal. Alright. Because come to think about it, one is greater than the other. And we want it that way. So we can leave it as ordinal. Most times I leave it as nominal. Alright. So let me just be done with this question here. Uh, blah blah blah. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to put it there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Then head to this section 3 of view. Alright, then the last 2, 3. 2, 3. Alright, so for now, I think I'm done with this question here. So I can close it. Thank you. Then, alright. So I'm not done with my coding. I have Control C, Control V, Control V. Then I can highlight and Control V. Isn't that cool? So I can copy and because I can have 3.2 undecided, so the decimals are going to be 0. Oops, yeah, for the categorical variables. Right. Then this can only be one. Okay. Then for missing values, Control C, Control V. Okay. Control V. Then ordinal, Control C. Okay, then I did Control V. So now I'm done coding this question here. And I'm going to save. already said, don't forget to save. You can't save too much. You can't. Alright, so because I've closed the question, I'll have to come here to check, okay, what is here? Sex of staff. So sex like either male or female, one or two. So I'll just randomly put in some numbers. Uh, one, two, 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 one, two, two, one. Alright. That's the bad thing about entering questionnaires or entering data without a good source. Alright. Then B2 is quite much. Occupation of staff. I remember we have five options there. We have one, two, three, four, five. Let me come back from five, four, three, two, one, three, two, four, five, five, four, three, four. Alright, let's just do that. Okay, so this is age 23, 43, 27, 28, 27, 27, 29, 31, 32, 45, 47, 38, 36, 33, 22. Okay, we have a teenager, 19, 29, 30. Alright. So here, income, let's say income in millions. So 2 million, 4 million, 3 million, 2 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4, 4, 4, 5 million, 1 million, 3 million, 4 million, 3, 3, 4, 5, and 6 million. Okay, so here, I don't want to do, I think I'll just go to Excel and let me show you a quick trick with Microsoft Excel. So I have 18 cases here. Now just make it 20. Two, one. Alright. V2. What is V2? Okay, occupation. Two. No, you're not in number. Three. Three. Alright. So 35, 34. Then okay, let's have an outlier. No, not 13. 52 and 89 million. Okay, so now I have 20 cases and I want to fill this automatically from Excel. So from V5 to V18, that's 13. Okay, so I have, okay, so I'm going to write the formula. Quickly, let's so I have V5, V6. So drag it to V18. Alright. So I want 20 cases. That will be 21 here. And all the way here. So Control C. Voila. Voila. It's done. Alright. So I won't encourage this. This is cheats. So I encourage you to do yours. Like I said, always save. So I encourage you to start from scratch. Use this questionnaire, lay hold of another questionnaire, and you can ask any question. Ensure you can go online to look for questionnaires. You can get someone's questionnaire and just play around it. Then you can send me a mail for any question you have, any difficulty you meet while doing this. All right. So one more before I finish. Here, value label. Just click the value label. So you see, we have all our strongly agree, disagree, mail, and all. So I've taken a lot of time typing it, and we have made a lot of errors typing it. All right. I hope you enjoy this part. You enjoy this video. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.